the outcome, here's the objective, go and make it happen.
Figure it
So
out. All right,
yes,
let's take you back. Were you an entrepreneurial kid?
no, sir. I was not an entrepreneurial kid. My dad was an emergency room physician for 30 some years. My mom taught Spanish at Oklahoma University, and I didn't have any entrepreneurs in my family. And so it wasn't until I did sports. I was an athlete in sports, basketball, football, and stuff. And then I went to West Point, and typically you don't join the military to make your own decisions. Right?
Yeah.
So, and so a lot of it was funny. I've read a book called Bleeding Talent, and one of the things he talks about is the military is amazing at attracting entrepreneurial talent, but terrible at keeping it.
Hmm.
And so one of the dynamics is once I met this other successful West Point guy. He had real estate investments. He had real estate. He had investments. He had business, and he had a great marriage. He was just a wonderful guy. And I'm like, man, is there any chance you'd be willing to coach and mentor me in all those different areas, real estate, investments, business? And so he was open. I had to kind of go through a little bit of a selection process, but and that was actually the start of my network marketing journey into business. That's what kind of cut my teeth on it. But it was actually meeting somebody. And the other interesting thing, I guess, the one thing that did kind of help me out of my entrepreneur journey for me as a kid, I've always been passionate about learning. My dad
Hmm.
would come home after his 12-hour, 24-hour, 48-hour ER shifts and study 1 to 2 hours a night of medical stuff and in the Bible. And that's right after he came back from work. And I'm like, man, this guy is a
Wow.
learning machine. And so it just developed in me an appetite to learn. And he would ask me questions like, hey, Noble, what do you think about the meaning of life? Or what do you think about, you
Wow.
know, these different things? And it's like, it just gave me an intellectual curiosity that just kept with me. And as you know, sir, intellectual curiosity is, in my opinion, very